trying to gather up some people and meet that vitality, but are we doing anything to attract various businesses so that we can have more people come downtown?
At this point, the downtown plan definitely provides direction on like the virtual incubator I mentioned. That'll be a way, once that's established, to really foster that relationship on bringing especially small businesses to start businesses in downtown. But that is one element that a lot of time and effort's been spent in the public improvements like you talked about. And I think we're reaching that point where we're starting to transition a little bit, and a lot of improvements are going to be made this summer. That's going to, I think, be a big draw for people to come into.
Yeah, I totally get it, but you know, we have a lot of small businesses in town that are willing to come downtown and invest their investments here. But the way I see it is, if we get a big franchise here in the downtown area, that would create a big buzz so that people would want to come and invest their time and efforts and their money as well here in the downtown area, because at nighttime after 5 o'clock, after all the businesses are closed, you don't have anything else out here, even on the weekends. So, but anyway, that's one of my questions that I have, some thoughts that I have, you know, when I was sitting here listening to these presentations.
And I'll just add to that, Jill. From what's taken place, it has been slow and steady progress. The key there is steady. It's not a sprint. It will take some time. But because of that and what's been seen, companies like the Downtown HEB have come forward, and they're starting to ask questions about what opportunities are there. So look for businesses like that. And we are at that kind of that next doorstep of sorts, where we come in with a lot of infrastructure improvements, the streetscaping. It's the what's next. How do you backfill? So we have that next opportunity. We've met with Mr. Crutchfield with the Chamber to see what is the next step. We have the active partnership committee that can start attracting. Not sure if that's in the form of a merchants association or what. But we agree with you. We are right there, and when we have the streetscaping, we need to backfill soon thereafter.
Now, is there a timeline on that?
On the streetscaping?
No, just the attractive business.
You know, I think that is something that we need to start to move forward on. The strategy, for one, we agree. We're going to have to go out and tell our story. There may be investors that don't know about the opportunities in the downtown area, so it'll be just that. I think develop the strategy and then the moving forward. Yes, sir.
My name's James Gaffney, and I'll have to say that I'm one of the biggest supporters of this downtown program across the board, but I have a lot of concerns. And since this is a public forum, I thought maybe this is the perfect time now that we start addressing those concerns. This program actually started in January 1983, if we want to get back to our downtown program. If we want to compare Waco to 1960, then we'll say this is 1982. And in essence, you know, the first part of our program, we started off with federal grants at that time, and we used $75,000 in federal grants, and we were able to parlay it into $6.7 million worth of reinvestment in that first 3 years. So I kind of always felt like maybe that was our benchmark as far as what happened. So now, the concerns I have, first off would be, especially like with our Korean population, I really haven't seen our Korean population brought into the fold as far as what's going on. And the problem that I've seen is, in which I felt myself, so I'll just go from there. But I felt like code enforcement in the beginning. Now, I will not criticize Mr. Alvarez at this point, because where is the guy? I'm sure he's in the room. Mr. Alvarez is probably the first code enforcement guy that actually took the time to talk to people instead of like coming out with the big stick to beat on them. And I know that talking to my Korean friends that they really haven't felt like all they've gotten is lip service from the city and no inclusion at all. And when I look at some of your timelines as far as some of the stuff going on there, I notice even like with the cow house, you know, that's a major redevelopment. I think I saw Dong Soo Kim come in, and I don't know if anyone's approached you about giving you any money or helping you fix up your building or anything, but that's like a whole square block, which I think would make a huge difference, you know, within the core area. Maybe the biggest problem I have is that I did allow the city to clean my lot, you know, which that dangerous building or whatever. It wasn't, you know, I'm not gonna start an argument about that because it needed to be cleaned up, and I'd be the first to admit it needed to be cleaned up. However, because I allowed the city to clean it up, that also stopped me, I guess, from doing any other business with the city at this point, which has kind of been a little sore spot in my eyes, including the 418 grade, which it got to the point with the code enforcement guy Chet, you know, where I just couldn't stand it anymore and threw my hands up and went to court over the deal just to say enough is enough with their actions.
Sir, I am terribly sorry that this is not the forum for what you are talking about. We're trying to get the businesses and the citizens here
That's what I'm trying to get
to tell us what they want.
Okay.
What they need for downtown. If you can tell us that the process committee is here, we'll listen to it, and that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Now, upfront and honest,
Upfront and honest, I'm gonna go there right now.
that's exactly where I want you to go.
Power of 10. Let's start with just something as basic as the power of 10. When you're looking at your construction. It's like, I see you got a farmer's market, I see you got that building going on there. What's those 10 things that are gonna bring a person down and gonna keep them down here? You know, what is that focus right there? How are we? You know, when you talk about the marketing program, you know, obviously I was involved with the first program. And believe me, things change, and I understand things change because we get a whole new city council, whole new staff, things change. But my point being is marketing on this program. I would think that you start your marketing like more on the beginning, and that's what I wish we would concentrate on, is the marketing aspect. And the inclusion of bringing all the people together on the program. And how these neighborhoods, how they actually impact how this future development is going to be. I've asked for the vision, and you know, I just wanted, in a simple statement, what is the vision that the city has for this program to empower the people that would want to invest their money? And I know I bring this back up to the Korean community because they were our solid anchors within the downtown also. But I see they're selling instead of fixing up. You know, so I'm just asking why. Maybe I'm bringing up more questions that I would like answers than I have solutions, because I'm not saying I have all the solutions in the world. The downtown, the hike and bike trail, great program. What you've done as far as the foundation that you've laid here on this program, I do feel that you have the strongest program around right now. I applaud your efforts. I applaud the historic district, the facade, the strength of the facade program, the sign program. I agree with all of it. All I'm wondering is what are you going to do to bring the people together to get, first off, everybody's local monies involved, and then we can go looking at those national franchises. Is that a valid concern?
Mr. Gaffney, it is, and I think you are seeing the start of that tonight. If you look around the room, we have a very diverse room with business owners from all around, all walks of life. I think communicating better, being very clear, investor confidence is a big thing. To tell the story, to let folks know that we are making improvements, and there have been a lot that have been made. I think tonight is that night. I think this is the starting point. I think you launch from here. When you start talking about marketing strategies, it is going to be very important. We're going to dovetail with the Farmers Market Association as the experts for that specific area. But I think we're here today, and that's the purpose.
And I did hear you say that we're at that next step, and I believe that we're at that next step.
Yes.
And I have a lot of concerns that I just would like to see addressed on it.
And feel free, as a matter of fact, I believe we were going to be here in the near future. And I have a date and time that we can sit down and visit, and we'll listen to every one of those.
You betcha.
Thank you
so much.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Question?
If if that's it, that concludes our downtown presentation. We do appreciate everybody being here